So, this is quite amusing. Basically, Radio 1 rap show has a new presenter. The third presenter in its lifetime. Now look, you know, Westwood presented it for like fucking decades, and then Charlie Sloth took over as sort of a, you know, like a version of Westwood. He definitely had that whole, yeah, but I'm just gonna fucking, you know, yo, what's that? Like, just that OTT way of going about talking. Now this chick, I don't know who she is, no idea, but it's just cringy, obviously. The thing is about Westwood is that Westwood kind of is like Donald Trump in a way. You kind of get the feeling like he knows that he's a meme. He knows, you know, but he just goes along with it, and everyone just loves him for it. Like that. Charlie Sloth, I quite liked. I thought Charlie Sloth was a good replacement for Westwood. I thought, you know, he had the same sort of OTT thing going on. Just that way, I don't know, for some reason, it all sort of stems. I think Westwood sort of copied at first, like the way they did it in America. Like Hot 97 was kind of the blueprint, and like Westwood used to have a connection with Hot 97. You know, he sort of imported that from, he's taken that from America and brought it to the UK. But you know, it's a different time now. It's a different time, dog. You know, and Westwood used to be super chill back in the early 90s. I thought Westwood was black until I think it was like the first or second Mobo Awards was on TV. And look, back then, like, you didn't see people. If they was on radio, you didn't see their faces because it was on radio and there's no internet and that. And then Westwood come up and accepted an award for best like radio show or whatever, hip hop radio show, whatever the fuck, urban best black radio show, whatever it is at the Mobo Awards. And he was a pasty looking white geezer. And to be fair, I should have known, because like most British people in hip hop who are white are fucking pasty. Like, I don't know, I've no idea why. But if you ever go to like a UK hip hop thing or anything that's slightly woke and hip hoppy, I'm not talking like going places where they're playing Migos or anything like that, strip club, none of that. You know, it's like, yo, this is about the struggle, and they're just the pastiest. It just attracts pasty white people. I've never understood why. It's just the pastiest white people, and like perma-tanned knobheads that are white. You know, the most tanned-looking white people are into just shit clubs and shit music, and the most pasty white people are into shit hip hop, as in UK hip hop, and it is shit. Come on, guys, it's whack, man. I've never been into it. Like American hip hop all the way, from then till now. Love it now, loved it then. The UK, it's always like just the same beats from 1993 going, yeah, my stolen, my fallen, my causes, my doses, is the process, is of a focus, yeah. And they always like, just have the same fucking hat on, looking anemic as fuck. He's like, who are these guys? Like, can they not just get a job? Can you not just get a job, boys? Anyway, I've totally lost my train of thought. But Westwood represented that pasty white. He was pasty as fuck. You seen Westwood? You never see. He ran away from a tanning salon. Westwood hides from the sun like a vampire. He is true UK hip hop. He's pasty as fuck. But with that said, I don't know who this chick is. I like her top though. I like the one, you know, the one on, one off. I like it. But who is this girl? Tiffany Calver. I just got a feeling she's like a public school girl. I have no idea about her. I just got a vibe. I don't know why. I don't know nothing about her. But I got a vibe. Right. Well, what she's done is she's making it, obviously, because the BBC don't get, she's making it more woke, in it. The new host of the rap show on BBC Radio 1 and One Extra says she won't tolerate disrespectful lyrics towards women at all. So basically, she will not tolerate 80% of hip-hop music. Now, if you're gonna be in charge of the biggest rap show in the UK, now I don't know what their numbers are like now, because obviously there's a lot more competition than there used to be. Rap and hip hop has gone way bigger than since the glory days of Westwood's reign. I forgot to finish. Westwood used to be super chill in the early 90s. Used to go, yo, Big Dog Style, man. Yo, let's check out the new Wu-Tang joint, dog. You're tuning into the Radio 1 rap show, dog. Then after he got shot in about, I think it's like 97. Yeah, Westwood got shot. A lot of people have forgotten that. I say that to people and they're like, what? I'm like, yes, he got shot in Brixton. Anyway, but after he got shot, that's when he turned into the Westwood we all know now, like the crazy Westwood. And go, stick a fork in the chicken and see if it's done. That's a genuine line from Westwood. Awesome. And what another one famous line? Don't drink and drive. You might spill your drink. Like Westwood. He just went absolutely crazy after he got shot. Just went totally hype. Anyway, but let me seriously, look, she will not tolerate disrespectful lyrics towards women at all. Look, music is filth. Ever since modern music, ever since the inception of fucking rock and roll in the 50s, right? Music's filth. The old school conservatives back in America, the Bible bashers, they're gonna stand at Elvis and his sexy hips, terrified them. Music's always been filth, where you can just talk filth. And I find it problematic that someone say tolerate disrespectful lyrics towards women at all. Well, what about disrespectful lyrics towards men? Just general disrespectful lyrics like, "Oh, your mum's a hoe, you're a slag, suck my dick." I'm cool with any of that. I'm cool with a woman totally dressed. Do you mean it's fucking music and it's hip hop? You're talking about a music genre that has no fucking chill, right? There's not a lot of chill in hip hop. There never has been. Do you know what I'm saying? Why? I understand the whole problem with there's always been a huge debate over misogyny. I mean, this is as old as the hills. This is going back to the fucking late 80s. This whole debate about misogyny and disrespect for women in hip hop, whether it was from the one end of the spectrum, like 2 Live Crew and pop that pussy, from that, or all the way to NWA and go, you're a fucking hoe. She swallowed it, which is quite a disturbing song. But just listen to the lyrics of She Swallowed It in full, and there's some disturbing bits in there. And I mean seriously disturbing. But look, this is the music. It's always been disrespectful shit. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's not. You can all be disrespectful. And it's quite weird how the debate has always been skits on old records, going, you talk about women like this, all the way fucking from NWA and Ice Cube, Tupac, Snoop, all these artists, always been called out for going, oh, you talk about women like this, you call them bitches and hoes, and fucking no, we only call the bitches and hoes. That's being disrespectful to women. It doesn't mean it's necessarily bad, because we all disrespect people in certain ways on music, because some people need to get disrespected. Like Diane Abbott needs to get disrespected. Azealia Banks needs to get disrespected, because they're idiots. Do you know what I mean? They're idiots. Myra Hindley, she murdered kids. Disrespect the bitch. She's not a good person. She deserves a bit of disrespect. So but the thing is that hip hop fought hard. A lot of great battles were won by hip hop for art and freedom of expression. And a lot of people got behind Two Live Crew when they were going through their trials and tribulations. You know, the FBI were against Two Live Crew. They're up for obscenity charges. You're talking about just a fun time, like Miami fucking bass. Basically, these make Miami booty music. It was all just about girls' asses and having a good time. It wasn't political. It wasn't fugged out street stuff. You know, it wasn't Public Enemy. It wasn't NWA, but it was of the era. But it was just about like, hey, it's hot down here, and we like girls' bums. They're great. You know, I can dig that. I'd make music about that all the time. Like literally, like come on, it's inspirational. Girls' asses are inspirational. They are one of the single greatest things on planet Earth. You tell me something that's better than a girl's ass. I defy you to find something better than that. But they celebrated it. But the point is, so I'm going off track, talking crazy. But a lot of well fought battle. It was a good battleground, you know. And they're saying it was about the fact that we can say what we want. This is freedom of speech. This is what it means. You know, Two Live Crew fought. They fought for that. They could have got banged up. Two Live Crew just made party music, but they fought hard for their right to say this obscene stuff that wasn't that obscene. And that's what hip hop's always been about. It's always been under attack. The only thing, you know, next to that is like certain rock groups, I would say. You know, rock music's probably the next thing that's been under attack like that. But hip hop, especially because hip hop has always been full of obscenities, and because it talks about stuff in a very, what's the word, visceral way. But you know, it's like it's graphic. It's graphic lyrical content, I guess is the best way to say it. And so therefore it's always been under attack, because it's kind of been like that few steps ahead in terms of obscenity than most other music. And it's fought a lot of battles. You know, I mean, Tupac was under attack and Death Row Records from Bob Dole. Remember those days? I was about to say Condoleezza Rice. It wasn't. Who was that woman? It was this black woman, American, obviously. Who spoke against Tupac. She had the massive thing against rap music. Oh, what was her name? He mentions her in How Do You Want It? He goes, Mr. Bob Dole, Bill Clinton, Mr. Bob Dole. What was her name? But she was the one that wanted rappers to just make, you know, real airy fairy music. She actually believed they'd work with her to make more respectful music. Oh, let's look her up. What was she? Woman who hated Tupac and rap. Let's better bring this up and not one of his rape victims. Dolores Tucker. That's it. Yeah, Dolores Tucker. You know, kind of like a Mary Whitehouse character. Dolores Tucker campaigned against rap, and she lost because rap won in the end. Because rap's like the biggest. Hip hop's the biggest music genre on planet Earth, and it's still obscene. You know, it's still got obscenities in it, but it's like got a bit broader. It's allowed more people. It's allowed more people into it. Because so what am I saying? Oh, should they have the right? Yeah, they should have the right to talk disrespectfully about women. I think homophobia was way more problematic in hip hop than, because it's still problematic, way more than misogyny, because women have their place in hip hop, whereas homosexuals don't. Really, if you think about it, it's not. You know, it's got a fucking long way to go. It's kind of like quite backward in that respect, unfortunately, and that's just truth. Like, just think about it, look at it. But in terms of women, it's true of women. It's like it's always celebrated women in a way, in whatever form, and yeah, the disrespectful tone towards women. It's art, like it's people talking. You be an idiot. It just reflects on how people talk anyway. Do you know what I mean? It's not. I don't think hip hop's influencing people to be disrespectful towards women. Never have. And I think her kind of saying that is like, I'm banning people. That it's like you're setting back. This is what a lot of these people are doing. It's like you're setting things back like 20 years. There's a lot of hard fought battles to get where we are, to have the right to say whatever the fuck we want. And now it's like, no, I'm not having you on my platform. It's like, you know, this platform is filth. It is obscenity. Listen to fucking Biggie Smalls' mum talk about her son's music. Just Google that. Look that up on YouTube. I said, so was it? She was like, I'm trying to do her Jamaican accent like that. Say, was it filth? Yes. Say, was it obscenities? Yes, it was filth, but it was real, and it was it's like it was real, and this is what he saw, and this is what was going on. So his mum's a teacher. His mum's she's a very savvy, classy, intelligent woman. You know, his mum's there going, yeah, it was filth, but that's how it is, motherfucker. That's what this music genre like. Have anything that hip hop's done. This is why I've always loved hip hop. Is because it is, you know, it's all the filth. I love filth. No, it speaks. It speaks to underdogs. It speaks for the downtrodden, and it speaks, and it's got a fucking one hell of a mouth on it that needs to be washed out. But it will not be washed out. So I think it is. I don't think you truly understand the history of the music, and what it's had to go through, and what it's fought against to get where it is, and it's been for the greater good of all people. Think about it. Like the laws that were. Just look it up, man. Like hip hop did a lot for art in general, in terms of just those few little battles. Obscenity laws and stuff like that, and I think this is just a step backwards, and a kind of a fuck you to the people that well and truly have their freedom based on the line. I'm not being hyperbolic about that. Just look it up, man. But look, Tiffany Calver became the first woman to host the Saturday night 9 to 11 p.m. slot. She took over from Charlie Sloth at the beginning of January. A few weeks in, Tiffany still can't believe she's landed her dream job, and says she understands what it means to be the rap show's first female host. Well, not only it's quite weird because, you know, she's not only the rap show's first female host, she's the rap show's first black host. You not noticed that one? It's black music. Predominantly, well, maybe not now, but you know, it's music. It's the definition of a mobo, music of black origin. Turns out, guys, being black isn't as important as being a woman. Right? Okay, so I definitely have my, own beliefs, and there are people that I definitely have already blacklisted from my track list purely based on how they have treated women in the news and in the press. So it's gone from she won't tolerate disrespectful lyrics towards women at all, but also apparently the way she perceives certain artists to have treated women in the press. Okay. Right, I'm going to do my own rap show, bitch. I thought I'm definitely black. I'm going to do my own rap show, yeah? And I'm going to ban Cardi B for the way she's treated Offset. I don't like it. A man should be able to play around. I mean, you know, I'm going to ban her, and the way Lil' Kim's probably treated every dude she's been with. I bet Nicki Minaj was fucking terrible to that Safari guy. You know, I'd say that Safari guy because not everyone knows when you say Safari who he is. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm banning all of them. I don't like the way they treat it. I don't like the way they talk about dudes or the way they treated their partners. It's disgusting. Hey, how about that? Tiffany's first 3 shows, which have featured appearances from rising UK rapper Heady One and US Titan Future, he's probably like, where's the good presenter? Have all been well received by the audience, and a lot of work has gone into them. Blah 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 blah. I want to hear her talk. I bet she talks mad cringe. if that's her attempt at humour. It was terrible. I want to hear her talk. Because there's something about British people. Now look, I can say something about certain British people when they try and sort of emulate the American way of doing things when it comes to hip hop, and they sound just mad cringy. Whereas I always thought the best approach was Tim Westwood's. Seriously, and the way Charlie Sloth sort of emulated that, he sort of carried the torch on, and just no one's gonna take me seriously anyway, so I'm sort of crazy. Like, I think it's the best way, just to go with cringe and just own cringe. Whereas I feel like a lot of other people are like, I don't know, something like a lot of people on One Extra, or I can't. It takes a while to. I can't really explain it. But there's just a certain cringiness that is really bad. It's always so bad. Like, what are you doing? Give me a. No, I don't want Outlook, you tit. So what's her name? Oh, I don't even know. Tiffany Calver. Let's see what she sounds. I just have a feeling she was saying. All right, I'll give you an example. Right, there's this old bird that I used to work with, and she was talking about. There's these two old birds. I don't know, they're probably like only a few years older than me, but they look like fucking old birds, right? So they're black girls, London girls, and they were talking about just dudes that they thought were attractive, and there's one of them just kept going, "Go," like just like that. Like when Americans say it, it's like "girl," it's fine, but when it's like British people doing it, it's fucking cringy. It's just like, it just doesn't suit our accents. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh god, just, ugh. And then the other one, they started talking about Colin Farrell, and this other woman was like, he's got flavour. He has flavour. It just doesn't work for us Brits. It just doesn't. Do you know what I mean? It just doesn't. It's like, I don't know. There is a reason why. I remember this, especially like when we were younger, and people go, you know, when you listen to hip hop and stuff, and say, "Oh, you white boys, you just want to be black." It's like, no. We don't want to be black. We want to be black Americans. No one wants to be black British people. No one wants to be any kind of British person. You know, except maybe Madonna wanted to be British. That's about the only person I can think of. It's just a thing. I'm sorry, guys, but we just can't do it. We're Brits. We do other things. Anyway, well, so I just have a feeling that she's going to be on that. I don't know. Would I do her? That's how I base my opinions on all females, is whether I do them. No, I'm joking. Right, here's her talking for 37 minutes, so should be a. What's this? Alex Jones to release the secrets of Bird Box. Have you seen this?
All right. Sneakers recording from Platoon Studios in London.
All right, shut.
Sometimes I curate things. Sometimes I ghost A&R things. Sometimes.
Now, for the record, I would kiss her downstairs and upstairs. I'm sorry, I'm just being a bit of a prick. Then she's attractive, man. I like her. Let's see what she's got to say.
Sometimes I executively produce projects. Sometimes I think I just do anything I feel like doing in the moment, for the most part. Yeah.
And how do you manage all that, or like, what's the skill to having different? How do you develop that?
Her own businesses, she sold them now, but watching somebody that you kind of idolize run things and be unapologetically like opinionated and just herself, it was a really.
Yeah, she does kind of. I don't know. She isn't talking like. I need to hear it on the actual show though, because that's just been interviewed. I want to hear her like going, and here's a tune by Ting and Ting. I don't know. So it's only just bloody started, so come on, man. Can we just Radio 1 rap show? Just give me some sort of audio or something. I need to hear. What we got? One extra podcast. I don't want a podcast. It was 2 years ago. There doesn't seem to be anything. Oh, this is just bollocks, isn't it? Tiffany Carver. Rap show. Yo. The fuck was that, man? Yo, I swear I just saw a big fucking Spidey. Swear down, man. Yo. I swear to God. I might be wrong. It just looked like it was so big you could ride it like a mighty horse. Ride it like a mighty horse. Look, if one does come near me in here, you're gonna just see me freak out, and you just you know. Oh, let's just do this week then. Just give me something. No, I give up anyway. I give up. Oh, this might be a clip. She just seems like a just a typical media, just a typical middle class media person. I don't know. She's no. Anyway, she's banned obscenities towards birds. It's just so typical of the way things are going now. Going, oh no, we're doing this. It's like, look, you're in the wrong. It's the wrong music industry. It's weird because like the term woke is like heavily. What's this? U.S. Department charges Chinese tech firm Huawei with multiple counts of fraud. Oh my God. Jesus. U.S. Justice Department charges Chinese. They've charged Huawei with multiple counts of fraud. Bloody hell. Well, I said it was the beginning and the end, didn't I? No, I just find it's just typical that BBC and organisations, you know. We're going to take a new direction. We're going with the woke way. It's like, yeah, loads of companies have done that. They've been doing that for a few years now, and it's not working out for any of them. Like, when are they going to stop and realise it's not good? It's just the business sense thing. I'm sure she's fine as a... Who knows? I mean, Radio 1's been fucking cringe for a long time anyway. Rap show. I remember, like, last time, One Extra did, like, the artist to look out for in... I think it was 2016, and I think one of them blew up. One of them was, I remember one of them was Bobby Shmurda, and this was like a couple of months after he'd been incarcerated for fucking. He still ain't out now. And it was like, not only is he in jail, but it's like, then that song was just, that was a one-hit wonder thing. There's so many groups. It was a blatant one-hit wonder. And the beat wasn't even because of the shmoney dance. Like, remember the Bobby Shmurda? The beat wasn't even his. It was Lloyd Banks had that beat originally. It was just like, it was just so short-sighted. It's like, Bobby Shmurda's not going to be the next big thing. There's so many other artists who became the next big thing that year. But One Extra just, their finger is not on no pulse, mate. Ain't on no